in primary school as well, I got to go on the Wembley pitch. I got to go on the Wembley pitch as a flag bearer for England versus Ukraine. I think it was in 2012. In 2012, I was at England versus Ukraine. I don't remember the score. I met Jake Livermore. Very random, but it's them times. Jake Livermore got an England call up. I think I met Jake Livermore and Carl Walker. I don't remember which one I talked to, but I talked to one of them, innit? I talked to one of them, and I met both of them. So that was because, also another fun fact number 2, my auntie was a physio at the England women's team in the early 2010s. So that's a fun fact for you as well. And like, first team physio and all that. Have you ever turned your back on West Ham at one point? I'll answer that now because it doesn't take too much answering. In the 1920 season when Pellegrini was about, I just had enough. I wasn't doing YouTube then, so I'd stopped watching, basically. I stopped watching until lockdown came about, and then I missed football again. I basically fell out of love with football because of just other life things and stuff, which I'll get onto in a sec. But yeah, I turned my back on West Ham in 1920. I wasn't going to games and stuff. And yeah, I'll give you more context in the later part of the stream, but in 1920 season, before the Conference League season, what was your favourite West Ham moment? I'm going to start that comment as well, just so I can come back to it. But I'm going to start all these comments. Don't think I'm not answering them. I'm starring all of them, just for the context of the timeline. But yeah, I went on England-Ukraine. I took a bit of, like, as a kid, yeah, when you're flag bearer, like, your mum gets to sit in the stands and stuff. So I got to bunk off in like year 5 or something in international break. I was in year 5, yeah, so I don't remember how old I was, like 9 or 10 or some shit. I got to have a half day in school to be a flag bearer at Wembley. And the national anthem's happening. I'm holding a FIFA flag, basically. When a flag bearer, I'm holding one of the FIFA flags. I've started your comment, Warrior. Yeah, no, you're right about this, by the way. United or Arsenal, because they were the only ones going for the early 2000s, the easy pick, really. But it was in 2010s when I went school and stuff. Not to be ignorant, are you of Asian descent? Yeah, I'm half Indian, bro. I'm half Indian. Half Indian, fam. That I should have explained that in the start of it as well. I'm half Indian, half English, but my Indian side of my family are all born in Kenya and Uganda. And then they moved to East London, which is, again, part of why I'm a West Ham fan and stuff. But yeah, flag bearer, and in front of the national anthem, I'm nervous, but I'm like right behind the players. I'm holding like a blue FIFA flag, and I just grab a bit of grass and put it in my pocket. And like, I don't know, I think England was sponsored by Nike or something, so I was just putting grass in my pocket as memorabilia. Fuck knows where that is now. Yes, I am half Indian, Warrior. I am half Indian. But yeah, people didn't know that, innit? I should have put that as fun fact number 3, but I feel like I've been quite open with that before. Well, that's sick. What have you ever been? I've not been I've only been out the country twice, but I've never been because all my family moved. Apart from like family members that I haven't met before, all my family members moved to England with us, sort of thing. They all moved to like East London or the Midlands. There's a lot of Asians in the Midlands. Like, I think you guys already know that, but yeah, my family was part of that. Them like they were like from Burton and Birmingham and stuff. But yeah, half Indian. Bet some people didn't even know that. But no one knows that I'm Indian because I can't tell. People think I'm Chinese or Vietnamese or Filipino. So nobody can tell that I'm Indian. Yeah, so that was a weird day. Went on the pitch at Wembley and stuff. So that was kind of interesting in itself, to be fair. But yeah, that was mad in itself. That was a mad experience. I don't remember what the score was. I don't remember anything. All I remember is that after being in with the flag bearer thing, went up in like the stands where like the family sit with the players and stuff. Sat next to my mum, and we sat behind a guy who was at The Apprentice at the time. I don't remember his fucking name, but my mum watched The Apprentice, so she recognised him and stuff. So that was fun. I went to Wembley a few times when I was a kid to watch England. I think England-Bulgaria was my first game. I think Berbatov was playing for Bulgaria at the time, which was, yeah, half Filipino as well. I'm not Filipino at all. Not Filipino at all, Dave. But, yeah, what was I saying is the next chapter after that. In terms of, like, football, because this isn't a football stream, but a lot of my background I'm going to talk about is within football. I did play Sunday League for the first time in like year 5, year 6, around the same time as well. Played for my local team, Good Maze FC. Good Maze is a little town next to Chadwell Heath. Black and orange sort of kit. In the thumbnail, where you see me lifting the trophy, that's that kit. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because I'm trying to tell, not only am I trying to tell, like, basically my whole life story at this point, but also, I got to play at Upton Park. I got to play at Upton Park. So that's fun fact number 4. I played on the pitch at Upton Park and won a trophy. I don't remember why we won the trophy. I think we won 2 games or some shit, and then we won, basically. Your local East London, Essex schools, whatever, got a chance to play at West Ham United, especially if there were West Ham fans in your team. In our team, there was 3 West Ham fans, and I was one of them, and I got to be captain for one of the games. So technically, I was captain at Upton Park. That's a fun fact for everyone. That's a fact. I actually need to timestamp that as well. But yeah, Upton Park. I got to play at Upton Park, got to be captain, and funny enough, I got an assist. I was a left back though. I wasn't up front or anything. As I said earlier, I was the guy who played in defence. Because everyone wanted to play up front. Every single person wanted to play up front or in the front 3 of some sort. I still wanted to play left wing at this point. I was convinced I was a left winger. But my calling was at fullback. I'm not good at football, by the way. It's just at Sunday league level when you know you're not going to make it as a footballer. That's actually a fun thing to say, actually. I remembered when obviously, you want to be a footballer as a kid, yeah. You want to be a footballer as a kid. But I remember watching, like, my mum was watching a show about kids trying to make it to football or whatever. And it was the same guy, same bald guy with glasses that was on Wayne Rooney's Soccer School and Soccer AM. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's the guy who says unbelievable techers on Soccer AM. He did a show with the, like it was bare of these kids that wanted to make it into football. My mum was telling me, if you want to make it into football, this is how hard it is to make it. This is like the chance of like the small percent that actually make it into football. And it was that show when I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not my calling. Even at like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever. I probably wasn't never going to make it anyway, but as a kid, you're delusional enough to think that